whether to buy or sell. Hey, look, listen. I don't know the callers or the stock questions ahead of time. My staff prepares grammars on the fly, play your sound, and then the light round is over. Are you ready, Ski Daddy? It is time for the lightning round on Cramer's Man Money. I want to start with Alana. No doubt Alana Morissette. Alana from Arkansas.
Razorback booyah.
Oh, man, is that the best kind of booyah? No doubt. What's up?
Hey, what do you think about Tyson, TSN?
Tyson was a victim of our wrong-headed ethanol policy. We know because we had Richard Bond. Richard Bond. I have to do that every single time, and I don't care. He came on the show. He said the margins are going to get pressed. Boy, that whole poultry industry's been blowing up like mad. You know what? He's a survivor, but that doesn't mean you want to own his stock. I'm giving him a don't buy. Although I like the Daniel Craig, the last one that he was in, the one I know some people thought it was too dark, Quantum of Solace. I say, how about a Quantum of Loss, Tyson Foods? Matt in Virginia. Matt.
Yo, Jim, I'm eating this market up like a big green rat to make the mad money off dividend captures. How you doing today, Ski Daddy?
This guy came. That was the most poetic booyah of many months. He's He's a Robert Frost of booyahs. Go ahead, path not taken. Or is that another?
Right.
Okay.
Give me the straight with JP Morgan, JPM.
All right, so get this. He comes on the Wonderful and Fabulous show and just does this unbelievable interview where what he says is, sell me. And he's the CEO. Get that. What do his detractors say? But I found that the opposite was true. And right after that, Merrill Lynch, Merrill Lynch is the voice of the Eagles, downgraded J.P. Morgan, and everyone's piling on. I say bank with Jamie. Look, give it some burn. So it maybe goes down 3-4 more points. I own a fractional. I own it for my trust. And I trust Jamie. He did an equity offering at 40. I think he's fine. Why? Because the Federal Reserve is doing by any means necessary to save this economy, and I think they will. I am going with Bernanke/Diamond. Mac, I love it. Hey, buddy, Chief Pal Mac in Florida, Mac.
Hey, Big Jim, how you doing? Florida Gator booyah.
Whoa, sport. We had a Seminole recently. I'll tell you something. You guys are really going at it. All right, go ahead.
What do you think about Chesapeake Energy?
Tebow booyah. I'm sorry, what?
What do you think about Chesapeake Energy going forward, CHK?
Well, this is a tough one because I like Aubrey McLennan very much. He runs the company. I think he's doing a darn good job. I keep thinking about that El Paso having to pay 13% last week for a bond. Boy, if you're not part of this FDIC program, you can't borrow. I like Chesapeake, but I'll tell you, if I want to be in that game, I'm going to come back to Anadarko, APC, which holds up better than all of them, which is really not saying much because, boy, that group is bad. But Anadarko's my play. Jim Hackett, really good at what he does. Not knocking Aubrey, but Aubrey likes a little too much debt for me. How about Linda in Tennessee? Linda!
Hey, Jim, Merry Christmas and a profitable New Year to you.
Why not? Why not? Right back at you.
I want to know about Whirlpool. What do you think?
Well, as my daughter used to call it when we were in the bed, when she was in the bed. I don't in the bed. She's in the bed. Mr. Whirlpool. There goes Mr. Whirlpool. All right, here's the problem. Mr. Whirlpool's going right down the drain. I don't like the balance sheet. I think that, Electrolux just said bad things. I know that General Electric, parent company's network, is trying to sell its appliance division. I just think there's a lot of overcapacity in the appliance business. They got to right-size it. I think Whirlpool's too risky to recommend on this show. It's too risky. How about we go to Glenn in Maryland? Glenn.
Booyah, Jimmy.
Classic stutter and booyah from the state of Maryland. Good to have you.
Colgate, CL, I'm picking up all the
Now you're talking. Colgate is my kind of stock. Now, I believe that is really at the low end of the range. Look at this. This stock's down from 81 to 62. It's a very well-run company. Its raw costs are going down. It's a fabulous play on the weak dollar, which is the newly found weak dollar, which I say hallelujah, despite all the other people coming on air and saying they want a strong dollar. They want layoffs. Like, you come out and you say, I want a strong dollar. That's like saying, I want unemployment. I want people laid off. I want people to lose their jobs. I'm against those things. Weak dollar, good for Colgate, good for Caterpillar, good for your portfolio. I like it. Stick with it and do some buying right here. Colgate, remind me, staff. I think I want to do some work on Colgate. Colgate Dental Cream. How about we go to Mike in New Jersey? Mike.
Hey, booyah.
Booyah, Mikester.
What do you think about WWE?
I'm troubled. I'm troubled because the stock... this is one of those I have to tell you. I am going to be very honest because I like Linda McMahon very much. I like Vince McMahon, Linda's CEO, Vince's founder. But this stock does, if you're my hedge fund, we would say it acts terribly. It acts terribly, and it's now yielding 12. I know that boosted the dividend for everybody but themselves, which was very selfless. It acts terribly, and I don't know what's going on. I mean, I think business is okay, but it's one of those stocks that has now become too high a dividend. It's got a dividend too far, so I'm concerned about it. I say don't buy.
Don't buy.
That dividend is what I call a red flag, which is the challenge flag, and also something that you get when you shine your shoes in the end zone like that moron did over the weekend in that football game. How about Wesley in Missouri? Wesley!
Yes, what can you tell me about WMT, Walmart?
Well, here's what I'll tell you about Walmart. It's one great stock, best performing stock in the Dow. Buy. We will miss Lee Scott on this show, the CEO who reinvented Walmart, who brought lower prices to hundreds of millions of people, and is one of the greatest CEOs. And we ought to have a wall of fame for retiring CEOs who have done unbelievably, because Lee Scott would be at the top. No offense to George David from United Technologies. So I want you to stick with Walmart, and I want you to stick with their money, and I want you to stick with